The TasCast Show Daily. It's easy, short, and fun. Enjoy the facts and the stories. Hello. Welcome to the 24th episode of the TasCast Show Daily in the row. I am your host, Tassos Pardalis, and I'm talking about veganism, entrepreneurship, comedy, and data science in this show. Let's move on with the story of the day. So, guys, actually, I'm changing the category of the podcast to comedy. I had it as a business, but I was looking. Okay, I wanted to have it as a comedy, and then I was listening to comedy shows, and I'm like, what do comedy shows do, and I don't do, and how can I categorize myself as a comedy show? And in the end of the day, most comedy shows are just normal podcasts, just hosted by comedians. So since I'm a comedian as well, of course I'm an entrepreneur too, but I'm also a comedian, and I think it's very difficult to get attention in the business category, but maybe it's easier to get some attention in the comedy category as well. As I do talk about comedy, and I'm trying to find ways to be a bit funnier in the show. I don't know how to do it in the podcast. I'm still working on it, but I didn't see maybe with a guest I could do a bit of extra jokes and stuff, in the longer episodes. Yesterday I was actually testing remote recording solutions, because I'm gonna have my first guest in this month, and he's based in Beijing, and I was like, all right, how do I record a good quality podcast with someone not located next to me? And so I looked into a few different solutions, and because I was sure I will end up basically ruining the whole thing if I was testing the solutions, I asked my brother for the favor to test them with me, and he was like, okay, cool, I don't really want to, but I'll do it. So he did it. He actually had to spend 2 or 3 hours with me last night to actually help me test different solutions, and I came up with one solution that I think is gonna work for me. So yeah, let's see how this is gonna work when the guest day comes. But yeah, that's kind of a story of the day, and let's move on with the topic. One of my favorite things to think about, because I actually think about it a lot, is why am I ambitious, and why do I know so many people who are not really ambitious? I mean, they do study or they want to gain some knowledge and they want to do something with their life, but they are not really ambitious. What do I mean by that? They always find excuses. They ask me always, how do you do so many things? So I cannot do so many things at the same time. I have to focus on one thing at a time. I agree. You have to focus on one thing at a time if you want to get it done properly. But at the same time, if you really want to do something, the excuse of, I have no time and I work full time, so I cannot really do anything on the side, I cannot build anything for myself, and I really want to do that, or I don't have money to invest. And my favorite one is when you say, I work full time and I also have no money, and I'm like, okay. So that's actually something that I like to discuss and something I like to think about, because I know a lot of people as well who are like me. They don't need to work full time to have enough money to start investing on some ideas. Or if they work full time, they always work in the evenings and the weekends on their ideas, and they always have the extra money to invest on their ideas. So these two main two things, money and time, seem to be factors that limit people's lives. At least it's the main excuse that people find. And I actually started reading The Millionaire Mindset last night as well, for real. And one of the things that Louis mentions in the book is that some of the main excuses that people find are also time and money. And I do agree with that. And I came across it, and people ask me how. And also the phone yesterday with a friend as well. She was feeling great. She's a friend who is designing my 2 new kind of logos for my personal brand and Archie Comedy that I want to use for merchandising. And more. But I was on the phone with her, and it was one of the things that I've noticed as well. Sometimes your surroundings don't allow you. Sometimes you feel you don't have time. Sometimes you feel you don't have energy. You don't really want to do anything. Sometimes you just need a stimulus. And what seems to work is actually if you surround yourself with people who are trying to do more things and they are doing more things, it could help you slowly to pick up the pace as well. And every time I talk to my friend, and she lets me know that she loves the fact that I give her some challenges, some work to do, because it pushes her forward. That was a difficult word to say. It pushes her forward. That's so fucking, sorry for the word. It's kind of difficult sometimes to say some phrases in English or any language actually when the syllables are very similar after each other. Pushes her. Ugh. Anyway, so it's one of the things that makes me feel happy as well when I help people, when I can actually push forward someone else, because it also helps me push forward myself, and I realize I do some things right. And but yeah, surround yourself with people who do the things that you think you cannot do. And that's why I talked about coaches a couple of weeks ago, that I'm looking for coaches. Is one of the reasons is because they are already doing what I want to do, and they do it better than me. So I'm sure they can teach me things, and I'm sure they can push me forward as well. Like mentors or coaches, whatever it is you want to find. And if you think that you don't have enough money to pay for a coach, don't worry. I don't have either. The solution there can be creative. One of the ways I deal with it is to find mentors who are genuinely interested in me as a person, as an entrepreneur, and as a comedian. And I invite them. I offer one lunch a month. That's it. That's my payment. I pay for them one lunch a month, and they are more than willing to do that. And also, you don't need to pay too much money for the lunch. They don't care how much money you're going to spend. It's a gesture. It's a human thing, They like to feel appreciated, and they've been where you are. They've been where I am, for sure. So yeah, that's some of the ways to push yourself forward and get rid of these excuses of money and time. Now, when it comes to money, again, you don't need too much money to do something. Just teach yourself some skills. If it's to put together a basic website, teach yourself how to use WordPress. Or if it's to put together a marketing campaign to try and sell a product, teach yourself how to do that. Think outside of the box. If it's to sell merchandise, teach yourself how to use Shopify and Alibaba for if you want to do like drop shipping and stuff. There are a lot of free resources out there you can use in order to push your limits forward and push yourself forward with as little as resources, money and time resources as possible. The main resource you're going to invest obviously is your time, because I love things to learn, but do it after work. Take 1 hour break or 2 hours break, and then work until 12, and then sleep at 12, go to work, and I get the same. Then in the weekends work 10 hours on Saturday, 10 hours on Sunday. If you can do 12, do 12. You can say to your friends, sorry, I cannot go out, guys, because I'm working on this goal. If they don't respect it, that means they don't respect you as a person. That's at least my personal experience, and they don't want you to succeed. If they don't want you to succeed, then, as I said in another episode, just cut your relationships with them, because they don't care about you, don't care about them. At the end of the day, you think they care about you until you don't do what they want you to do. If they support you when you stop doing what they want you to do, but you start doing what you want to do, then they are true friends, and keep up. Anyway, this is a 10 minutes episode again, and I would like to stop it here. And if you want me to expand, I can expand on the topic anytime. Just let me know, guys, on Twitter or by commenting on iTunes or any other podcast device or software or application that you're using. And as always, have a day full of love, passion, and compassion. And see you tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye.